What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Facebook. What's up, Instagram? What's up, LinkedIn? What's up, YouTube? What is going on, Achieving Breakthroughs audience? I am so excited that you all are here with us on today. Come on, grab your notepads, your pens, your phones, whatever it is that you need so that you can be able to take notes, so that you can have the tools that you need to empower yourself to achieve breakthrough in your life. Our topic for the month is we're doing empowerment sessions on spiritual enrichment. We are achieving breakthroughs in our spiritual life as we continue to excel in life, as we continue to build in life, as we continue to develop in life. We are achieving breakthroughs in God through Christ Jesus. So this month's session is continuing on your not personal development. We did that 2 months ago. We are now developing your spiritual capacity. We are helping you achieve breakthrough in your spiritual journey and life with God. All right. So today's topic of spiritual enrichment is we're going to be empowered to love. We want to be empowered to love. Today's topic is empowered to love. We want to achieve breakthrough in our lives, in our spiritual journey, our spiritual walk with God by being empowered to love. We want to go from, once again, since this particular sector is about spiritual enrichments, the tools that you would need in order to achieve breakthrough in your spiritual life would be the Bible. That's right. So we'll deal with Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. And this will help you achieve breakthrough in your spiritual journey as you are moving forward, growing closer to God, to be empowered by love. And Corinthians 13 deals with love. And in order to understand how to be empowered by love, how to be empowered in love, how to be empowered to love, we first have to understand what that means, what it looks like, how is it done, how is it defined, how do I apply it, looking to see if I am applying it. Now, we understand that there are different types of love, right? Love can be defined from different ways, depending on the person, the people, the place, or the resource that you are getting the understanding or the definition of love from. And this being the spiritual enrichment section or area, we want to deal with love from what God say love is, because you cannot achieve breakthrough in your life, in your spiritual journey without the love, okay? Without love. And so we want to be empowered with love and by love, but in order to do that, we need to know how to achieve breakthrough in this area. And we want to achieve breakthrough in this area simply by defining it. So I got two different definitions for you, right? The first definition of love is, out of the, dictionary, Google, you just Google it, define love. And so love is defined as an intense feeling of deep affection, a like or enjoy very much, a great interest and pleasure in something. So love, hey Tay, love is defined once again as an intense feeling, a deep affection, a deep affection like or enjoy very much. It is also defined as a great interest and pleasure in something, And what we want to understand is, in order to be empowered to love from the biblical aspect, from the spiritual aspect, we have to understand that love, this definition of love, is not what we need. It's not what we're asking for. It's not what is, it won't help us to break through, because this type of love deals with our emotions. It connects us to what we feel, what we think, how we're being treated, how we're not being treated. If someone is kind to us, if they're not kind, if a situation is pleasurable to us or not pleasurable to us. This type of love is simply saying that if I am into you, if you make me feel good, if I like how you look, I like what you're doing, then I love you from an emotional place. I love you from a pleasurable place. I love you because of what you look like or how you make me feel or what you do or what you say. That is what this love is. That is the definition. If you Google it, if you look it up in the dictionary, it will tell you that that is what love is. But then we have another love, right? And this Corinthians 13, verses 4-8. It says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it does not dishonor, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil. Love rejoices with truth. That is what it says, right? Love never fails. So we want to understand that in order to achieve breakthroughs in our life, in our spiritual journey with God, we want to be able to love. We want to be able to love the way that God desires for us to love. And we know that that is something that is continuous. That is something that will happen, that we would be developed, that will grow over time. It's a process. It's not something you just get today and boom, I got it. But the definition of this love that is considered a spiritual love, this love that is considered the connection to God, this love that helps you to break through in areas in your life, especially in building your relationship with God, because you have to apply this definition. You have to apply the tools that are inside of this definition. And we want to empower you today that in order to achieve breakthrough in your relationship with God, in your spiritual journey with God, is by love, not the love of your emotions, because the love of your emotions says that I love you or I like you because I love you. I love you because you make me feel. I love you because of this. I love you because of that. But this love here that is defined in scripture is saying something totally opposite of the love that the definition that we've created in the world. And so it says love is patient and love is kind. Love does not envy, it does not boast. Now, what does that mean? If you want to achieve breakthrough in your relationship with God, right? And your in going in your journey, then you have to display this love, not the love defined in Google, not the love defined in the dictionary, but this love that is defined in the Bible. You want to be able to utilize this love as a tool so that you are always displaying, always releasing, and always utilizing this tool, because it will help you draw closer to God. It will strengthen you in your journey with God. It will allow you to break through and break forth, because this type of love, or this definition of love, allows you to utilize tools that you will need to be empowered, right? It will allow you to use the tools that you need when things aren't the way that you want them to be. It will allow you to fix the things that need to be fixed when you utilize this definition. And so in order to understand how love works, right? This love, this definition of love, in order to understand that, you have to understand the tools that's in it. So we have the tool, right? And it says love is patient and it is kind. So two tools of love is patience and kindness. Two tools that you need in order to break through in your relationship with God is patience and kindness. Two tools that you need to be able to be empowered to love in the godly manner is patience and kindness. All right. We understand that patience and kindness has definitions. What does it mean? Remember, I always say we can't break through if we don't understand or we don't have the knowledge of what something means. We can think we know what it means, but we don't really have the original definition of that in which we need. And so one of the definitions for one of the meanings for patience is to be able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. We want to empower you today to love. We want to help you break through in your relationship with God by empowering you to love. And the definition of love is found in 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4-8. And it tells us that love is patient. So one of the ways that I am empowered to love is that I exhibit patience. I exhibit patience. And patience says that it means that I am able to tolerate, I am able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. So let's ask ourselves today, have we actually displayed the love that God requires for us to display? This is how we achieve breakthrough in our lives, by listening to what God is saying that we need in order to see breakthrough. So he tells us that love is patient. And patience says that I am able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. And all of us can be honest and say, I done been annoyed, I done been anxious, I done suffered, I've had problems and delays. But what is God saying to us in order for us to break through in this type of love and this definition of love? He's saying, if you want to see breakthrough, if you want to mature, if you want to be develop a closer relationship with me, if you want to see things change and break through to take place in your journey with me, then you gotta be patient. You gotta be able to accept or tolerate delays. You gotta be able to accept or tolerate problems. You gotta be able to accept or tolerate suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. It simply is like this. He's saying that in order to break through in your relationship with me, in order to continue to be strengthened in your relationship with God, you gotta love. You gotta be, and love is defined as patience. So God is saying you gotta be forbearing, uncomplaining, help us all. You gotta be tolerant, long suffering. You gotta be calm. You gotta be understanding. You gotta be kind and considerate. God is saying in order for us to achieve breakthroughs in our relationship with him, we gotta display love, and not the love that was mentioned in the beginning of our session. That love was about an intimate, intense, deep feeling or affection. God's saying, I ain't talking about your emotions. He said, because that means if you don't feel good, if they don't make you feel a certain way, if you don't get a good, jolly old good feeling from them, and if you're in this relationship and you don't get everything out of it that you need, then you get to say that I don't love them anymore, because your emotions, because you're reacting to what is taking place in the actions, and your emotions are wired about it, and it's up and down, and now you mad, and now you angry. But God said, I'm not dealing with your love of your humanity. I am dealing with the love of me, the love of God. And that's what I want you to exhibit, because when you exhibit this love, then it doesn't matter what happens to you. You are able to withstand because you have patience. You are able to accept the delays, things that don't happen. You are able to accept or even understand the suffering without becoming agitated or annoyed or anxious, which is worried. You are able to withstand because love is patience. God is not saying it's not going to bother you. He's not saying that it's not going to piss you off or get on your nerves. What he is saying is your initial feeling is not where you stay. When that thing happens in our lives and we feel like God isn't listening, or the person that I'm with, or whatever relationships isn't working, and I'm annoyed and I'm getting upset, I'm pissed off, it seems like things are delayed. He said, when you are patient, you are exhibiting love. When you are able to endure everything that is going on and you exhibit, you apply, you use the tool of patience, then you are displaying love. Not so it's not about your emotion. It's not about I'm sad, so now I'm going to be mean and nasty. No, you know what? This happened. I would have snapped off. I would have said this. I would have done that, but I'm going to display patience. Not patience for revenge, not patience for karma, not patience for any of that, but patience in knowing that because I'm trying to display this love character of God, that everything in the end will work for me. Because I would have cussed him out, but I displayed patience. I would have left my husband and my wife, but I displayed patience. I would have snapped on my boss, but I displayed patience. I would have left the church, but I displayed patience. I would have went off when I was supposed to get what was coming to me, and they didn't give it to me, and they took it, but I was able to tolerate the injustice. I was able to tolerate the lies. I was able to withstand the persecution. I was able to go through the hurt, not pile it up, but go through with it and be patient, because sometimes the other person needs that patience from you because they don't know. The other situation needs patience, because when you are patient, you are able to let that thing work itself out, and you'll be able to see clearly, as opposed to seeing and operating in an emotion. Okay, the next thing is it tells us that love is kind. I'm still giving you the definition of love, because in order to achieve breakthrough in your relationship with God, in order to achieve breakthrough in your spiritual journey, we got to have love. We must be empowered by love, not love of I feel good, not love of you satisfy me, not love of, oh, this is pleasurable to me, but love of patience. Love from the biblical aspect is defined as patience. And then love is defined as kind. Yeah, we can be mean. We can be mean. We can be rude. We can be inconsiderate. We can be unjust. We can be unfair. We can be judgmental. We can do a lot of things. But when we're being those things, then we are not displaying love. And in order to break anything down, you need love. Love covers, love heals, love set free, love helps you build, love helps you establish, love is needed. And it tells us that love is not just patient, but love is also defined as kind. Kind is a character or nature. Kind is someone's character or nature. Some people just mean. Some people just mean, some people just nasty, some people just rude. But when you see those people, they don't understand love, or they have not experienced love, or they don't know what love is. So they cannot give you anything but what's in them. But what we want to do at Achieving Breakthrough is empower you to love. We want you to love from the biblical aspect so that you can see more fruit manifest in your life. So you can be able to break through hate when you love, break through fear when you love, break through disappointment when you love. And kind is a character, a nature. It is an essence. It's a quality. It's a makeup. It's a caliber. It's a type. It's a style. It's a manner. And the question is, do you have kindness? Are you kind? Is your makeup kindness, or is your makeup evil, vindictive, malice, hate, hurt, revenge? That's not love. And you can't honestly say you love somebody and you have not operated in kindness, or your nature isn't kind. Come on, we want to achieve breakthrough in our spiritual journey and our relationship with God, but we got to do it by being empowered to love. If we can't love, then we can't break through, because when you don't love, then you put up barriers and blockages and hindrances and trains and gates and bridges and barricades, and you can't get through because unforgiveness, hate, envy, jealous, greed, malice, lies, deceit, hurt, rejection. All of those are barricades that prohibit you from loving. And once again, love is patience. Love is kind. And we know that patience is being able to accept some things. And we know that kindness is character or nature. We want to understand that kindness is a temperament, and so we have to understand that love is patient and love is kind. Now, in order to be able to be empowered to love, you have to know what love is and what love is not. So I've given you two tools of what love is, and from the biblical definition, and it's not based on your emotions, because you could be with somebody forever, and all of a sudden, like, why did you get a divorce? I didn't love them anymore. Oh, so you're saying you weren't patient with them anymore. You're saying you weren't kind to them anymore. You're saying that you envied them. You're saying that you displayed boastfulness. You're saying that you were proud, and you're saying that you had some dishonor going on, and you said that you were self-seeking, and you said that you were easily angered, and you kept record of wrongdoing. Yeah, that's what you say when you say I no longer love someone, right? When you're saying that you have gathered all these things, you're saying that that's what you're saying. But when you love from here, when you love from the biblical aspect, right? I'm not saying you can't leave. I'm saying don't put love in it, because you ain't leaving because you didn't love from the biblical aspect. You are leaving because you didn't love from the world's definition of love, which means you didn't have that strong urge and desire for them anymore. They didn't turn you on in your sexual drive and intellectually, but it had nothing to do with the love that God is saying for us. And when we get this love here, and we do our best to utilize the tools of this love, then we are able to withstand in a lot. We are able to withstand in friendships that we think are a certain way. We are able to self-assess ourselves and not just the person. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's easy to see that somebody else doesn't love you, but are you loving that person back? Or are you loving God back? Are you loving your children back? Because they don't understand love like you should understand love. But we got the wrong definition of love. So we go off the definition that the world gave us. But when we are believers, we want to go with the definition that God gave us. And God said love is patient. We just defined that. He said love is kind. And then he goes and tells us what love is not. He said it does not envy. So love does not envy. Love does not envy. What does envy mean? Envy is a feeling of discontent. It is a feeling of discontent or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possession, qualities, or look. It's a desire to have a quality, possession, or a desire or attribute that belong to somebody else. So sometimes we think we're loving, but I ask you today, in order to be empowered to love, you got to check yourself to see if you envy. Are you desiring something that someone else has? It could be their position at work. It could be someone else's spouse. It could be somebody got kids and you don't, and you're desiring. You're resentful within yourself because they have something that you don't have. You might want to sing and you can't and they can. You might want to rap and they can't and you can. Whatever it is. Somebody may have a car. It can be something monetary. It could be something spiritual. It could be something superficial. It could be from a relationship wise. It could be from an aspect wise. You can say, hey, their marriage look great. And so you're resentful inside because of somebody else's marriage or their friendship look awesome. We ain't friends like that. You have to deal with your relationships from the aspect of which your relationships were built, not from someone else's. And when you are being envied, when you envy, then you are not displaying love. And in order to understand what love is, we got to understand what love is not. And so we know that love is patient. And another thing that love is kind. Yes, I keep repeating myself so we can get it. And so if love is patient and another tool is love is kind and love does not envy, then it means that you are not jealous. It means that you are not covetousness. It means that you are not having a strong desire for something else or chasing after something else in your heart that's not yours. It means that you don't harbor resentment. It means that you are not bitter. It means that you are not in discontent. It means that you don't live and operate in spite. Yeah. See, love means that I am not spiteful. I have no bitterness towards someone. All this is about how you are towards someone, not something, but love is displayed to people. So if any way or any capacity that you are exhibiting covetousness, enviousness, resentment, bitterness, discontent, spite, or jealousy, you are not displaying love. You are not displaying patience. You are not displaying kindness. You are displaying envy. And we cannot love effectively if we are jealous. You can't do what you need to do and be kind and give that person or those people what they need. If you're really jealous, you won't hold back. But this kind of love that God is saying is, I don't want you to be in love don't do that. See, hate breeds strife, brings hate, and hate breeds strife, and hate breeds death. And we kill each other, and we do all these things with the words of our mouth, backbiting, stabbing, whatever it is that you do because of envy. But if we're envying, we're not loving. If we're envying, then we're not being kind. It also tells us that love does not boast. What does boast mean? Let me tell you. Boast means to talk with excessive pride and self-satisfaction about your own achievements, about your own possessions, about your own abilities. You got those friends that's like, I just got 10K and I just, and they always showing something on Facebook that they got. They're always showing that they got this brand new car. They only going to show something that's on a level or a status quo. Right? They're not going to show that they got a new Honda, right? They going to show you that they got, a new jet or some kind of Bentley or something like that, something that is monetary or materialistic that costs a lot of money. And so or they are achievements. And so when you love, you lift other people up more than yourself. You're not concerned about lifting yourself up when you love. When you love, you're lifting other people up, and other people are lifting you up. When you love, you are lifting other people's accomplishments up, and other people will lift your accomplishments up. When you love, you're not boastful, you're not arrogant. You're not bragging. You're not gloating. You don't show off. You don't blow your own trumpet. You don't sing your own praises. You don't congratulate yourself or pat yourself on the back. Now, listen here. We are empowering you to achieve breakthrough in your spiritual relationship with God by love, right? So what we're saying is, we're not saying, this is not for the person who never says, man, I did good today. That's a humility, I did good. We're simply saying it for the people who say, I love, but every time you're talking, it's about you. Well, love from the biblical aspect is defined as patient and kind. And it says at the same time, it's not self-seeking. It doesn't gratify itself. You're not looking to you, yourself, and I. No, that's not love. When you display boastfulness, or you display pride, or you're proudful, or you're self-seeking, that's all I. And love is not looking out for itself. Love is considering other people. Right. This kind of love that God wants us to be empowered with is considering other people, considering how they feel, considering what they don't have. Considering what they do have, it is taken into consideration, those around you, and then displaying that kindness and that patience and that generosity toward them. But what love is not, it is not boastful. It is not envious. It is not proud. It is not self-seeking. It is not self-interest. It's not about serving yourself. It is not self-obsessed. It is not self-absorbed. It is not self-regarding. It is not wrapped up in you. Love is not boastful. It's about you. You toot your own horn. Love is not proud, meaning a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction as a result to your own stuff. In order to understand what love is, you have to know what love is not. And if you are displaying any of these characteristics, then you are not displaying love. And what we want to do at Achieving Breakthrough is to show you that this type of love is good, it's beneficial, it is fruitful, it is plentiful. It will do what needs to be done in times of adversity, right? In times of unsureness, or even in building healthy relationships. We don't have healthy relationships because we think love is about an emotion. Well, based off the world's definition, scientists and humanity, yes, it is. But when we are in the kingdom, right? This is our spiritual enrichment session. When we are part of the kingdom, we got to have a different kind of love. And this love is not selfish. Okay, what's another one? It's not easily angered. Once again, we're coming from Corinthians. In order to be empowered, you have to know the definition of what the world says love is and what the definition of the Bible says the love is. And so it says that it's not easily angered. You're not flying off the handle, immediately. You feel with anger. You're annoyed, you're irritated, you're irked, you're vexed, you're displeased, you're provoked, you're inflamed, you're antagonized. And if we are always this, I'm not saying these things don't happen. I'm saying if this is how you live and how you breathe and you hold on to this, then you're not displaying love, which again from Bible is defined as patient and kind. Right? That's what it says here. And so then love also is not, it keeps no record of wrongdoing. The opposite of keeping a record of wrongdoing is simply saying love is forgiving. Love is forgiving. Love is forgiving. And our problem is that, and I say our, because we all have to use these tools, right? Is that we don't know how or want to forgive because of what happened, because of the offense. And so we sit there and we remember no, they did that to me, so I ain't doing that. We can forgive and reposition ourselves. We can display love. Displaying love when something happens to you is not putting the person back in the same place. When you display love and something has happened, you're basically saying, I'm going to be kind to you. Although something took place, although there was a wrong that happened, I'm not going to be evil because you wronged me. I'm not going to be nasty because you hurt me. I'm not going to be rude because you disrespected me. I'm not going to be disrespectful because you disrespected me. I'm going to take your wrongdoing, because the Bible says love holds no record of wrong. So I'm going to take your wrong and I'm going to love. How do I love when I've been wronged? I show kindness. How do I love when I've been wronged? I show patience. Come on, somebody say, this is helping me. We want to be able to break through in our love because we don't want to be hindered in our lives. We don't want to be hindered in our growth with God. We want to be able to move forward and make things happen. What is another thing? It says, love does not delight in evil. Love rejoices with truth. So we realize love is not envious. Love is not boastful. Love is not proud. Love does not dishonor. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. And love holds no record of wrongdoing. So what is God saying love is? He's saying love is patient. Love is kind. Love is truth. Love is forgiving. And what we want you to know is when there is envy, when there is boastfulness, when there is proudfulness, when there is dishonor, when there is self-seeking, when it's easily anger, when you keep bringing up what they did to you and throwing it in their face, or keep bringing it up in your mind, and then your actions display the anger, the discontent, the hurt, the rejection, whatever that feeling is, then your behavior follows. Then what are we saying? You are not displaying love. Once again, not the world definition of love, but the godly definition of love. It doesn't rejoice. It doesn't delight in evil. You shouldn't feel good when you do something wrong. We shouldn't feel good when something evil happens. We shouldn't be rejoicing. Oh, that's what they get. No. What is the truth? The truth is it was wrong. They were wrong. And we just hope that a healing or something takes place from that. We want to be empowered to break through in love, because when we break through in love, then we are able to help those that are in need. We want to be able to help those that are in need. And when we are walking around with self-seeking motives, everything in the relationships is about you. You only talk to God when you want God to do something, but you don't want to talk to God just to be like, what's up? Good morning, God. Thanks for the sun. You know what I'm saying? You only want to talk to your mother or your grandparents or your husband or your wife or your sisters or your brothers or your colleagues, you know what I'm saying? Or those that you are associated with to receive, or you want everybody to acknowledge you, but you don't want to acknowledge nobody else. You know, you want to always be like, I done had enough and I'm done. And you never once applied patience. You never once applied kindness. You never once looked at it from a truth aspect. Instead, we used all of the negativity and we looked at that and we made our emotional decision, but we didn't display the love of God. We did not display the love of the kingdom. We did not look at patience. We did not look at kindness. We did not look at truth. Come on, we want to break through here. We no longer want to deal with just the love of our emotions, self-gratification, because the world's definition of love is all about how you feel, self-gratifying, how it makes my emotions feel, my heart feel, my body feel, my mind feel, my soul feel, my language feel. But this love don't have nothing to do with that. It says that even if I'm pissed, even if I'm mad, even if I'm hurt, I still want to be kind. I still want to exhibit patience, because hurt breeds hurt. Anger breeds anger. Unforgiveness breeds unforgiveness. And so now you're sick. You can't do anything. But we want to break through. How many people want to break through from the world kind of way of loving and utilize the biblical way of love? All we have to do is utilize the tools. And so I want to give you the tools that you need to empower you to love. Somebody put them in the comment section. The first tool is patience. The first tool to be empowered by love. Well, how do I love, Coach Ivory? How do I do this love that you're talking about? You know, I don't understand. You use the tool of patience. Remember, I always say tools are meant to be used to help fix something or to help build something. Right? So they use all type of tools for construction. They use tools to put dresses together. You use tools to put toys together. This is a tool you need. You need the tool of patience in order to love. You know what the definition of patience is. You need the tool of kindness. You know what the kindness means. You need the tool of trust. You need the tool of trust. Trust is firm belief in. You got to believe in the thing. Believe in the person. Believe in what God said. Believe in his word. Believe in the relationship that you have with them. Love allows you to trust. Love allows you to be patient. Love allows you to be kind. That's if you want to display it. Now, you can choose not to be empowered to love and react based off of what was given to you. But a mature person gets tired of being pulled into behaving a way that you know you want to be different, or you know you need to exhibit different. A kid throws a temper tantrum. If you 40 years old, you throwing a temper tantrum, then you come on. How do you break through that? You give it something different, right? So the tool of patience, the tool of kindness, the love protects. So love is patient, love is kind, love protects. It keeps safe from out of harm or injury. You paying attention. Hey, hold on, you know. You put your seatbelt on to protect you from a car accident. So when you're loving, you're protecting those you love. You're protecting the things that you love. You're protecting the people that you love. You're defending that thing that you love, right? And not from your emotions, but from the patience, from the kind, from forgiveness. So our first tool is patience. Our second tool is kindness. Our third tool is protection. It protects. Love is displayed through protection. Love is displayed through the tool of kindness. Love is displayed through the tool of patience. Love is displayed using the tool of trust. Love is displayed utilizing the tool of hope. Love is displayed using the tool of perseverance. And love is displayed using the tool of forgiveness. These are the tools that you need in order to be empowered to love. love. When you are empowered to love, you be empowered by forgiveness. You are empowered by perseverance. You are empowered by hope. You are empowered by trust. You are empowered by protect. You are empowered by patience, and you are empowered by kindness, which means you are loving. So how do I love? I love by utilizing these tools. 7 tools that you will use that will empower you to love. I'm not saying you're going to have it tomorrow. I ain't saying you're going to have it by the end of the day. But I am saying if you take these 7 tools and embed them in your mind and make them a part of your character, then when something occurs opposite, you can always manifest love. You can do your best to display it. None of us are perfect, but in order to achieve breakthrough in our spiritual journey with God, we want to break through in our relationship with Him by being empowered to love. That means, what are you saying? Love when it hurt. What that mean? Be patient even when you don't want to. Be kind even when it's hard. Protect even when you feel like you want to let something take place because you think they deserve it. Trust even when it seems like you shouldn't. You trust. Hope. That means an expectation. Have a better expectation. Oh, it's just what they gonna do. No. Love says, I hope. I have an expectation that things are gonna be better. Right? Persevere. Continue the course of action. Continue applying kindness. Continue applying patience. Continue applying trust. Continue protecting. Continue persevere. Continue on and forgive. Let go. I got a session that we did in personal development on forgiveness. So in order to achieve breakthrough in your relationship with God, you gotta be empowered to love, and not an intense feeling of deep affection, to like or enjoy very much great pleasure and interest in something. No, love is about someone. Love is about sacrifice. Love is about forgiving. Love is about believing. Love is about kindness and patience. It's not envious. It's not boastful. It's not dishonoring. It's not self-seeking. It's not me, myself, and I. It's not easily angered. It's not unforgiving. It's not evil. It's not vindictive. It's not tooth for tooth. And it's the truth. So you have just tuned in to Coach Achieving Breakthrough with Coach Ivory Ector on our spiritual enrichment empowerment Tuesday sessions. And this session was empowered to love. This session was empowered to love. And in order to achieve breakthrough in your spiritual journey in building a relationship with God, we have to display this love, which was found in 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8. Here at Achieving Breakthrough, we don't just deal with businesses. We don't just deal with breaking through with businesses. We don't just achieve breakthroughs with individual people. We don't just deal with one sector of breakthrough. We deal with the whole person and helping you achieve breakthrough in every area of your life, because you can be good at your business and you can be terrible in your relationship with God. You can be good with your relationship with God and feel like you're strong in that and not be good in your relationship with your colleagues. We want to help you achieve breakthrough in every area of your life. You just tuned in with your girl, Coach Ivory Ector. See you next week. Peace out.